Ladies and gentlemen, the day has finally come. We are going to play this game. Right here, this game. But as I've been talking up for months, before we do that, we are going to unbox this game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the crown jewels of my collection. This is the Metroid Prime Trilogy Collector's Edition, complete in box, minus the little sleeve that goes over it, but can't win them all, right? As you can see, before I unbox it, you will see that I am not the only one playing his own Metroid game today. As you can see, Shy Guy and Yoshi, they're enjoying the original trilogy on their original discs themselves. Shadow, as you can see up there, a little hard to see, but he has the goat of all goats, Metroid Prime Pinball. You definitely can't see that. Diddy is back there playing Metroid Prime Hunters, and Luigi is so engulfed in Metroid Prime Remastered for the Switch that you can't even see his face. So, we're all having some Metroid fun today, and you might ask, what is our boy Whooper playing? Well, Whooper is going to get this as soon as I'm done unboxing it. He was kind enough to let me borrow it. Okay, so, there's our badass bounty hunter on the front, of course. There's our badass bounty hunter on the back, of course. Kinda wish I still had the sleeve, because the sleeve, I believe, says more stuff on it. It is what it is. It's either buried somewhere in my parents' house or long in the garbage. So anyway, let's open this bad boy up. I've told you guys in the past about how terribly I took care of my GameCube discs, and to an extent, I guess, my Game Boy Advance games, but when the Wii came out, I kind of flipped a little bit. And this game got a ton of run the instant I got it. That disc right there, it's kind of just the front cover art, just with this little insert is the friggin' arm cannon, and that is so badass. There's not a scratch on this thing. This thing got played dozens upon dozens of times. You can see C-3PO in the reflection there. That's how clean it is. It's clean as hell. I took immaculate care of this thing. This is one of the cleanest things in my entire collection. So, what else do we got in this bad boy right here? I tend to ramble when I get into the instruction booklet, so we're going to save that for last. Again, immaculate condition. This is a fun little thing right here that came with it. We'll get into that first. Let's see our other little inserts here. If you guys like Metroid Prime Trilogy, try checking out these other Nintendo products, because we all know the Metroid Prime trilogy is very similar to Super Mario Galaxy and Twilight Princess. And what accessory? Oh, that's one of the, like, rubber holder things. Yeah. Motion Plus, ladies and gentlemen. It was revolutionary. Revolutionary. All right. Join the club. Hey, join the club. Club Nintendo. Maybe this link, maybe this code is still active there. If any of you lovely viewers want to try it, you're more than welcome. You know, try it. Let me know in the chat right now, or in the comments when this gets uploaded to YouTube in the near future. Feel free to try it out. Oh, how could I forget the badass interior art? God, it's been so long since I've actually looked at this. Like, it's kind of hard to see, but right there, you basically get Samus in her base form. My lighting in here sucks, I apologize for the glare, but they're in, like, each game. That's her, like, in 1. Over here, I believe, is her in 2. It looks like she's in the light suit. And over here is very clearly her in the PED suit in Prime 3. Wonderful artwork. You got the Ing in the bottom left, you got Metroids everywhere, you got Dark Samus menacing in the top up there, you can see her little mask there. And there's the gunship in the bottom there. Cool, cool, cool stuff. Okay. I tend to ramble when I do these because I love doing them, but I will not apologize. So, this is something that came with the collector's edition. It's not much. It's a little art book, essentially. That's the front, just Metroid Prime Trilogy. That's the back, just the little Samus logo. You open it up, and find a cool little collection of it's long. It's long as hell. Let me clarify that it's long as hell, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous from left to right. Beautiful. There's a lot of things to read in here too. I'm not gonna... We all know the back... If you're here, you probably at least reasonably know the backstory of Metroid. There's the trilogy history. You got Phase. You got Samus Aran, the bounty hunter. Battle begins. You got Prime. As fate would have it, some of the space pirate also escaped the explosion on Zebes. A group of them leave in search of a power, and then, long story short, they go to Talon 4. They find a Leviathan that struck the planet 50 years ago, drove out all Chozo, you know, just eradicated, decimated the planet. And all that fun stuff. Then you got 2, where same situation, just with the Luminoth. You have to help them. The Ing, gotta fight them. All that stuff. You know, Samus sent to investigate the disappearance of a squad of Galactic Federation soldiers. They're all dead. Shocking, I know. And then Prime 3, again, which kind of shook up the formula a little bit, added humans a little more. You see my boy Rundus. Shout out to my boy Rundus right there. God, I'm so bad at this. That's my boy Rundus right there. Love my boy Rundus. Justice will prevail and all that, right, Samus? Then, of course, Gore and Gandreda. And that one actually gets the most page space on this entire thing, which makes sense because it's the conclusion, it's the discovery of Phase, it's, you know, all that fun stuff. And you have to go to the planet, destroy it, and you have multiple Leviathans to destroy there. And there's just more dialogue in the game, which is probably what Prime 4 is taking a page out of that book to an extent. So that is our art. Oh, silly me. There's a backside. Forgot to show the backside. They went hard with this, honestly. Like, this was a lot back in the day. Like, what do we got here? Yeah, there's a Steambot from Elysia. There's Samus, and it appears to... Aha, it gives a little, Yeah, okay. They are straight up just, this is like concept art. Chest protector, more aggressive visor. Like, that is just straight up concept art down there, it looks like. That is so cool. I kind of never realized that. Thin waist, more athletic. These are written in here. I'm not making this up. Compact knee something. Streamlinen feet, I believe that says. More aggressive visor. Eye level shoulder, which that kind of didn't happen. Her shoulders kind of like tower up way above her eyesight. What does that say? Long torso. Long torso. So they're designing Samus for the game in that art, essentially. Another badass shot right there of our fearless bounty hunter. There's some beam concept art. I'm kind of forgot about this stuff, so like I'm kind of re-experiencing this all at the same time. That's the arm cannon, all that fun stuff. Be nice if I could get my sense of direction about me. There it is. There it is, right there. Lots of cool stuff here. There's some Chozo art. There's some enemy and just like, you know, biological life form art. Up top over here, we got our PED suit with stages of corruption. As you notice, it kind of just... I'm so stupid. There we go. It just kind of gets more blue as you go. As she gets... Because she just keeps getting more and more corrupted. So that's our art book. Lots of cool stuff. Again, one of my favorite things in my entire collection. I don't know if I've ever read this before. These are either like it's just it teaches you how to play the game, or it's just absolute insanity like lore dumps in here that I wouldn't have known otherwise. So let's find out. So, again, this is unique in the fact that it's essentially a manual for 3 games. And I guess also the, I guess you would like an intro to the concepts that are introduced in just the trilogy. So you got your Getting Started, Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, and you got your Metroid Prime Trilogy. Metroid Prime Trilogy is a deluxe version of the 3 original Metroid games with added control elements to unify the experience into a single story arc, which I have always said, the Wii pointer controls, it just feels right. It's the best way to play those games. All three adventures utilize the ultimate in first-person controls. It absolutely does, as does the included multiplayer mode from Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. As an added bonus, the art booklet, I'm so excited I can barely talk, I apologize, introduces previously unreleased concept art from the Metroid Prime series and sheds light on a story steeped in mystery. Not necessarily steeped in mystery, you can kind of get the gist of it by scanning. One of my favorite things to do, scan. We'll be doing a lot of that today. And I'm Samus Aran, one of the most skilled bounty hunters in the galaxy. So let's see. What do they give us on each game here? Lots of cool art. Love the art style, like the kind of grayish blue that they're going for. Absolutely love it. Getting started, file selection, nothing groundbreaking there. Controls, all that stuff. One thing, because I never really entered, I kind of just played it as is, there's a lot of customization, more than you would think for a game that was released time this one was released. There's the credits system, friend voucher, which you can't get anymore, rest in peace. All I wanted to do was put the Paper Mario icon on my gunship. I can't do it anymore. I couldn't do it back in the day because I didn't play these games online. What are you gonna do? And of course, Metroid Prime. Cosmo dating system year 20X5 Galactic Federation exploratory vessel was attacked and destroyed by space pirates, which transporting an unknown life form that was captured on SR-388. The Metroid was taken to a stronghold on the planet Zebes. The Galactic Federation tasked a skilled bounty hunter named Samus, trademark Aran, that's what it says, with the complete annihilation of the space pirates and the Metroids. Samus infiltrated the base on Zebes alone, and after a bitter struggle, she destroyed Mother Brain, the mechanical life form that controlled the planet, and completed the mission. But then, as we've said in the art book, some of them survived. Meteor hit the planet. Substance of this meteor, called Phazon, had a peculiar capacity to mutate. The space pirates who identified that characteristic began to experiment, mutating the life forms of Talon 4 via Phazon. And once again, that's right there. That is a Metroid, ladies and gentlemen. That is what the series is named after. That is a floating life form that multiplies when exposed to beta rays, then attaches to other living things and sucks the energy from them. So a lot of this is just going to be controls. Like this is just straight up controls for the game we are talking about now. And it really does have to go in depth, like, in each game here. You got your switching beams, you got your power, your ice, your wave, and your plasma. Locking on, move, jump, space jump, aiming, like... Because each game has its own mechanics, yet at the same time they all feel like a cohesive unit, and it's awesome. Charge combo for each beam, yep. Super missile, ice spreader, wave buster, flamethrower. Scan visor, that's important. There's all of our visors. Got little artwork for each visor in the... There we go. Little artwork for each visor. So I guess I knew that, but this is something new I learned. Bombs, and then of course, with the motion controls, you can just go like, whoop, and then your morph ball will jump. That's called spring ball. Did not know that. Now, of course, you need to have bomb. I just called it a morph ball jump. That's it. Boost ball, spider ball, power bomb, all that fun stuff. Love the spider ball. God, I hope it's in this game. I hope it. I love the spider ball. I hope it's in Metroid Prime 4. We got our game screens. We don't really need to go through all that. And of course, we'll do a quick little intro on Echoes. Once long ago, a race of creatures called the Luminoth settled on the planet Aether. For a time, they lived in peace. But soon, it became clear that the planet's energy was being depleted. Once again, Phazon. Gave birth to the Ying, all that fun stuff. Nope, hold on one sec. YouTube won't see this. Hello, Libra. I have been instructed to do a 360 spin. There we go. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do a 360 spin. Textbook. But yeah, that is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Once again, it just kind of goes into the controls, and it does, at first it seems the same, but then of course you got your power, dark light, and annihilator beams. Visors, all that fun stuff. Morph Ball. Spider Ball, once again, of course. Game screens, all that fun stuff. The map screen. Explaining Light Aether and Dark Aether. And, of course, now we have Prime 3 Corruption. 6 months have passed since that. The events of 2, that is. Galactic Federation's network computer, the Aurora units, has been infected with a virus. This is all part of Dark Samus's plan, of course. About 4 months ago, the Federation ship Valhalla was attacked, all that fun stuff. Your Aurora Unit 313 was taken. Yeah. I'd be shocked. I mean, if time travel's involved in this game, Metroid Prime could appear technically, but Metroid Prime, aka also Dark Samus, part of the whole thing. Metroid Prime's defeated, takes on the form of Samus in 2 and 3, all that stuff. And I would be shocked, because they seem to be wanting to go a whole different direction here without referencing the past, which I'm okay with. And that is probably it. Let's see if they cap it off with anything super fun. Nope, just the end. Energy Ball, randomizer, what? Oh, that's the multiplayer for Prime 2. And there's the back, another badass shot. So ladies and gentlemen, that right there. I actually kept it under 20 minutes. I am impressed with myself. It's also the fact that I'm kind of rushing because I want to play this damn game so bad. So yeah, once again, there's your art book. If you like Metroid Prime Trilogy, you should get Twilight Princess and Mario Galaxy. Again, if anyone wants to try this code, ask. Come on, I got it to show before. There we go. If anyone wants to try that code, be my guest. Maybe it's still open. Maybe it hasn't expired. And of course, the wonderful art of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time for Metroid Prime 4.